Hello everybody, I'm Symes. Robin is here with me as usual.
I am. Here I am.
There he is. Welcome to
Right
episode
here.
19 of Stone Mirrors.
The post-murder episode.
Post-mirror episode, I suppose. Happy New Year.
Yep.
I think that's right. Around this time. And we are celebrating the murder of many goblins in our Christmas episode last time, so that's great.
And a minotaur.
And a minotaur, who helped us murder the
in our own
goblins
personal murder whole Thunderdome.
until we shot her to death.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
It's just to thank him.
Yep, so I want to build a wall here. I think I may have already told them to do that. I don't remember. No, I didn't. So let's build this
Got a
wall
bit
here.
of a wall.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to build out in such a way that we minimise the sort of the reduction in the coverage of our traps. So I'm doing it like a couple of little bits at a time.
Are you going to engrave those so people can shoot through them just in case?
No.
Is that on the higher level? Isn't
No,
it?
yeah, the fortifications are upstairs, so...
That's all right.
What
Still shoot over.
That's a gem, I think, that dwarf is carrying in. I don't know why there was a gem out there. But that's what that
Can
looks
you
like.
have a look at it?
Let's have a look.
Yeah. It's just peak.
I'm pretty sure the mayor here is carrying a gem. Difficult to say. Where is it? It's V, isn't it? To view units. Store item in stockpile. Yep. And inventory is... it could be a dingo nail bracelet or a giant wren bone earring, I suppose. So that's what they're carrying. And they're covered in water as well. Completely covered in water. Just walked through some water. And it's hauling a raw pond turtle. 4 raw pond turtles. I presume that's what the green round thing they're hauling is.
Huh?
Raw pond. Oh yeah, they were just wearing the bracelet and the earring, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's in right here.
Because he's mayor.
Because yes, I'm the mayor. I'm going to wear some jewellery, and I'm going to go and someone killed this pond turtle, and I'm going to haul it in.
Yeah.
And
He's actually being useful as a mayor.
We may have some hunters out hunting, even though I can continually turn it off because it's very dangerous. But I think there's people out here fishing as well. Even though I told them not to.
They don't listen.
Yeah, whatever. If something comes along and kills them, then it's their own lookout, isn't it? It's not like we didn't. It's not like we didn't tell them. Anyway, those fortifications are built now, and so I'll do the ones along the bottom as well, which is like that, I suppose. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I wanted to, in fact. And again on the other side, like that. And while I'm doing this, I may as well just fill in these gaps here as well. Like that. And that'll continue to cover the area of fortifications nicely. Because the way this works is, as long as there's a piece of supporting kind of structure next to something, then you can build by it, which is why these little bits of floor are sticking out at the sides here, so I can build this fortification next to it. But once this fortification is built, because it's got another fortification that will be built beside it, that supports it, so we can take these little squares of floor away and then build fortifications in their place. It's a little bit more involved than might be ideal, but it'll mean that we have basically it just puts the fortifications around the outside rather than on top of the walls, gives us a bit more space.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be another sort of place where we can potentially trap enemies, I wanted as much space as possible for the Marks Dwarves to kind of stand and shoot down, because we'll have to put fortifications around the inside as well for that. Anyway, did we get... how's our mail shirts doing? Remember we ordered a bunch of mail shirts? How's that doing? Is that happening at all? No.
They're in the mail.
This forge here has been told to do them. I don't know why these forgers don't have the jobs, but I think I might change the workshop profile on this forge, because right at the moment it's on legendary only, and because of those tasks being queued up, nothing's happening. Let's just put it on competent. Yeah. That might actually happen now. Looks like we've got quite a lot of hematite ore down here now. All the red ones are hematite. So that's pretty good. Yeah, how's the irrigation project going? Oh, about the same as before. And yeah, I think there's still only one dwarf doing it, and I think I should have done it basically one hole at a time rather than trying to do an entire zone. Because this area here, this is all covered in mud now, which is good because that's what we want. But they're just continually going over to that same corner and putting water down the hole, which is rubbish. It's just totally useless. That's because I should really not have just made this entire thing the same zone. So let's just remove it. And let's designate this area as a zone. Say it's a pit.
Can you rename the zones?
I'm not sure if we can from this here. I know it's just well, not obviously. I can't say an obvious way of doing it. Right, so that's because you go to pit pond information with P and you press F to switch it to. It says is pond, which I just changed it to there. So now there's just a small zone which represents a pond, which the dwarves will come and try and fill. They're still cleaning up the murder hole there. It's all carrying on. Let's have a look at the combat reports. Not seeing any llamas or anything fighting each other recently, so that's good.
No llama death matches.
Try and keep the amount of death, well, unintended death among the livestock to a minimum. The make steel bars order is finished. That's good. We've got a lot of crafts being built again. We're cutting and encrusting gems all the time. This is cloth and leather, so there's which are loads of. So yeah, it's all kind of just going on, you know. I shall now remove these traps as well, so I can finish building this little wall out. The other thing is just like we've got a double layer of traps across the front of the drawbridge there, and we bring the double layer down to 6 traps rather than 14. That saves significantly on cages. Feels a bit anticlimactic after all of the murdering that went on last time. It's just back to housekeeping and minutiae.
Okay. Yeah, tidying stuff up.
But anyway, yeah, the merchants are departing. So bye, merchants.
Someone's taking a cage off there, though.
Yeah, I told them to dismantle more traps so they could build those walls out a little more. So now we don't need the 2 traps on the outside at all either, because there's walls in the way now. So that kind of reduces the sort of load on our stash of cages.
You've got all the trap cages on the outside anyway.
Yeah, all the ones on the outside, and they're all primed now because they're all kind of pale green. And we moved an extra 8 traps from by the drawbridge there, so we could put another 3 across and build more of the walls out a bit longer, and then we'd have a triple layer of sort of final defensive line traps there.
Might be an idea.
So yeah, let's just extend these walls out by 1 more, and then we'll put the traps across. We could do the same thing. We do that just at the same time. Cage. We have 42 cage traps apparently.
Not going to run out.
No. Should we expand these? That's a quality mechanism. That'll be a good trap. Let's use this high quality cobaltite mechanism. I think for cage traps it's just because they don't do damage. I don't know if it's absolutely necessary to have the highest quality mechanisms in them, but it couldn't hurt, you know.
Yeah.
So it might just make them very effective at trapping. So that kind of carries on with whatever. We've got all of these corpses rotting in our refuse pile now. There's 3 minotaur corpses there, which is quite satisfying.
Quite a collection.
Ooh, hello. Something is happening. Ooh, a migrant wave's arrived.
Hey.
So that's good. More grist for the mill.
More victims.
More, yes. More meat for the grinder. Well, we've got plenty of dwarfs now, so it's actually slightly less important that they go wandering out across the map to pick things up because we have replacements now. It's not like when we had 6 of them in total and each one was absolutely essential. There's another ranger coming in. I think there's a chef there. Is that an engineer? It might be a mason, maybe. Not quite sure. Farmer. Another one of whatever the yellow one is. A mechanic, I think, and a child. So, yeah, there's a reasonably sizable migrant wave. There's about maybe a dozen come in there. Yeah, 10 or so. So that's okay. What's the size of the... Yeah, we've got 126 population now. It's officially
pretty well.
It's officially a city. How's the mayor? How's the mayor doing? Still going, yeah, don't like Nig off this so much.
Mikey sod.
That was me. That was my mayor impression.
The mayor is going meh.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, this irrigation stuff and whatever. Right. A couple of things to do. Down here in the grim depths, there was a way that a forgotten beast got into the fortress, and I think it was through here, through the fortifications, because you can see that you just can't see them. But when the water is at level 7, which it occasionally is because it's all flowing around, they can swim through, I think. So what I think we'll do is we'll just block that off because we have another source of water now and don't need it. So the first thing we'll do is put a door. Oh, we haven't got any doors yet. Well, when we have some doors...
First thing we'll do is build a door.
I told them to build some doors, they just obviously haven't done it yet. Construct a rock door there, it's in the queue. Maybe I'll bump the priority up a little bit. That should do it. Oh, I told them... Oh, I was just about to say I'll make them build some green glass statues, but apparently I did that already during the between filming times. Because green glass statues are fairly cheap to make, because it's just like get some sand, make a statue, and they're not super valuable, but they will bump the value of a room up a little bit, so it could convert a meager room into a regular room kind of thing. So that's what we're going to do to try and get the mayor happy. Is in his room we're going to give him some stupid... That's not the mayor. Who are you? Oh, that's the mayor's spouse. So that's fine. So let's build a statue. Oh, we don't have any available. I thought they had done like 17 of 20. Was I going crazy? I wasn't. They've done 4. Oh, they'll be being hauled. That's why they're not available. They're being taken to a stockpile.
To the pile.
So whatever. And I think some of these people are engravers and are busy engraving floors, and some of them are just carrying stuff around for some reason, and some of them are just hanging out. I think they're doing stone detailing. But actually, no, they seem to be just lurking. I'll just hang out down here. Oh, no, they are hanging out because this is a sculpture garden. That's why. I made this into a sculpture garden, and so yes, they are coming down and hanging out and admiring the lovely statue that's in there. So let's see, I've got any statues to place? Yes. So if we put one of these green glass statues in here, and another one in this room, and then if we go back up to this big room here, which is the sheriff's room, and put a statue in there, and that will hopefully bump the value of those rooms up a little bit, and that'll make them happier. The smoothing's all coming along. That's going quite well, actually.
Smoothly smooth.
Smoothly smooth. There's a green glass statue being hauled along here to this room. Dun, 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 and being built. He just moved a rock out of the way. There we go. Green glass statue. Has that made the god happy? No. The mayor is slightly happier because the quarters are now considered to be decent, but the office is not. So I think they need another statue in the office. Or another slab or something, I don't know. Where's going to put another statue in this corner here? There we are. But I think they're cranking the statues out quite quickly. We just have to wait for them to be hauled into place. This is very much a housekeeping episode this time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a building green glass statues episode. I'm going to put another one in this corner. I think if that was smoothed as well, then it would be a slightly higher quality room, but they just haven't got to it yet. Just trying to keep them happy. I got some spare cages, that's good. I did tell them to make some more beds, because I built a second dormitory here. Because we have so many people now. So I'll just fill that out. I've got some bedrooms which are more or less dug out. It's all really kind of going... Oh, and there was one other thing which I noticed, what I kind of noticed by accident. And it's sort of cheating to have noticed it. But somewhere on this list, where are we? Here we are. Kol Atisaved, the Engraver. I think maybe a vampire.
Ooh.
And the reason I think that is because I was looking in Dwarf Fortress, and this particular dwarf has some marks dwarfing skills. So I came back to. I was looking in the Dwarf Therapist, and I came back to Dwarf Fortress to try and find them so I could change their nickname and assign them to a squad, and I couldn't find the dwarf with that name. And it's because when vampires move from one place to another, they assume other identities. They kill people and hide them and assume their identity. So they actually have two different names. And so I think Kol Atisavrid is not this dwarf's real name. And another thing about them is that if we look at their thoughts and preferences, they've been a member of an awful lot of civilizations. Former member of the Granite Cult, former member of the Trail of Simplicity, former member of the Coven of Gorges, former member of the Communion of Diamond, etc., etc. A lot.
Can we send him to the shooting pit and then shoot him?
Well, no, because we don't know that they're a vampire, and therefore we can't instruct the other dwarves to kill them. But I strongly suspect that she is a vampire. Has 9 children
so
as well.
What do we do about it then?
Well, it depends. See, there's a justice area here, but there are no crimes and no cold cases yet. So this vampire, if she is a vampire, has yet to kill anyone in our fortress that we know of. I mean, we can do other things, like we could build them a small room outside the fortress and tell them to go and live in it. And then whenever any enemies show up, we could just close the drawbridge, and then the enemies would fight the vampire. And if she is a vampire, she'll be quite effective even without any weapons. So that's a possibility.
Yep.
And I think we might sort of employ that. So out here somewhere, we just build them a little hut. And the way I think you do it is you put a burrow in there, and you just instruct that vampire to live, that dwarf to live in that burrow, and then she'll go. And the other thing in vampires is they don't really need food or drink, other than blood, obviously.
Yeah.
So I might do that. We'll just build some walls out here. That's not all, just for grins, really. Build them a little room to live in out of dacite blocks.
Of course, if she's not a vampire, she's going to die.
She's going to die for no reason, but
if she does die, we've got a handy vampire house.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, the house itself won't go to waste. You know, we can always reuse it for the next vampire or suspected vampire.
Yeah, it's going to become legendary. Oh, you've been sent to the house,
I've been sent to the vampire house. Let's put a floor in here as well. We should probably put a roof on it too, but we'll have to wait for them to build the walls to do that. How's all the other construction going? These walls, did they cancel these? They might have done. Yeah, they suspended it. I don't really know why. Let's unsuspend those. We've got our three rows of traps now in front of the drawbridge, so that's good.
All good.
This is all done. So I want to how to remember how you do this, and I can't. Oh, it's designations, isn't it? Yes, remove construction, which is N. So we can remove that. Oops, that, and that. And here comes someone to do it. Here comes someone else probably to do it as well. Because they don't need a particular skill to remove construction, so any sort of idle dwarf can do it, even a child, as we can see.
Yeah. Child labour.
Because they're just basically smashing it, I think.
Yeah.
So they'll just, I suppose, get on with that. There we are. That side's done, so I will once again tell them to build fortifications around the outside. And fill in this gap in the middle. Like that. Right, how's the nobles looking? The mayor is still going, and the sheriff is still going. So the sheriff has modest quarters now rather than meagre quarters, so I think we have improved them. But I don't.
He's feeling better about it.
I don't actually think we've finished. But yeah, there's all the statues that we were going to put in are in, so I think they're just being moany bastards. I don't like green glass statues, and you can't make me nicer ones. Stab her in the face. Unless I forgot to actually allocate this properly, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Yeah, that's allocated to the mayor, alright. Well, we've got plenty of statues, so let's just stick another one in here and see if that helps the situation at all. I'm also hoping to make some crystal glass statues before too long, but I don't quite know where to find the pearl ash that is needed to do that. So
pearl ash?
Yeah.
Kind of implies you're burning pearls.
It's kind of specially processed ash stuff. I don't really know exactly what the deal is with it, but right. So that statue's been placed, and the mayor still whining. So stupid whiny mayor. Anyway, let's zap down here. Because if there is stuff, it'll probably be in here. There's a bunch of pearl ash in there, right, in this magma kiln. So that's good. So what I think I may try and do is, because I haven't, except this is all queued up full of stuff. So we'll come back to that later on. What's happening here? Hematite's being smelted. That's still melting metal objects. Not much else is being smelted here. This smelter is cluttered. As you can see, it says clut on there, so that means they'll work more slowly because the workshop's cluttered. I'm not quite sure why, because there's a big stockpile here that's got gaps in it, but oh well. So let's tell this smelter to smelt more stuff. What do we got over here in the stockpile? There is sphalerite, that's zinc ore, we've got some gold there. Let's tell them to smelt some more gold. Never have too much gold.
Gold, gold, gold.
So smelt native gold ore. I put that on repeat, so they're smelted until there is no more ore to smelt.
Smelt till they can smelt no more.
Exactly. They're building the floor of this of the vampire house. And they're building the fortifications up here as well, so that's all lovely. It's incredibly peaceful. I am amazed that we've gone this long without something showing up trying to kill everybody. It's unheard of. Maybe the fact that none of the goblins got away at all,
yeah,
has convinced the rest of the goblins to maybe leave us alone for a bit. How's this doing down here? We were going to build a door here. Oh no, we didn't have any doors to build, and we still don't. So forget that. There's oh, they're taking blocks to build the vampire house. Vampire house. walls there. Marvellous. We need to build a ramp as well if we're going to put a roof on. I think. Can we build ramps? Can we build a ramp? Yes. I could build a stairs, but let's just put a ramp here. So then they can get up onto the walls, and then they'll be able to build a roof, which is just putting a floor on the next level. The anticlimactic episode.
Do we have a vampire? We don't know.
Yes, that's true. There is a bit of a mystery going on, I suppose.
Yeah.
The mysterious, we might have a vampire, we don't really know. Nobody's been murdered, so it's hard to tell. Episode.
Have you been murdered? No.
You there? Have you been murdered? No, I don't think so.
And you, over there?
You over there.
What do you think about blood?
Well, it's necessary, I suppose. Couldn't really do without it. And yeah. Wow. I still can't get over how quiet things have been. It's autumn now. Which means there'll be a dwarf trade caravan coming soon.
Ah.
That's good. You can buy all more stuff off them. Let's just check how things are going down here. We're running out of gems to cut, I think. And there's some encrustation stuff. I don't know if I ever explained this. The list of gems, basically, it has a C and an E next to it. And if the C is lit up, that means that there's a rough gem that's available to be cut.
Yeah.
And if the E is lit up, that means there's a cut gem that's available for encrustation of that specific type. And we can see there's no E's lit up at all, so we haven't actually got any cut gems spare for encrusting, because obviously it's all been done. Which is fine. We may have some more gems which can cut. We're doing claro, opal, rose quartz, and brown zircon right now, and we've got praise. I don't even know what that is. C. We'll cut some praise, and we'll cut some milk quartz, and we've got some black zircon, and I think that was it. Brown zircon, praise, milk quartz, black zircon. Yeah, pretty much. I think they've collected almost all the hematite that I mined out. Yeah. So I'll tell them to mine out some more at some point, but that's not really necessary right now. Downstairs, the ammo stockpile is... Ooh, the ammo stockpile is empty. Wow. We need more ammunition.
We have been doing a lot of shooting.
We have been telling them to shoot an awful lot of things. So I think I did put on the list to make some more bolts, but they got made, clearly. They've nearly finished making this steel armour, so that's nice. But yeah, we need bone bolts. Lots and lots of bone bolts. And we can make them out of metal as well, but if they fire them into the floor, they get broken. And I think...
Seems like a waste.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't want to make them out. I don't feel like we have enough steel to warrant making bolts out of steel that just get destroyed.
Yeah.
So apparently one of our dogs been stung by a honeybee.
Is it allergic?
I don't know.
Is it going to be alright?
I've never seen that message come up before, ever. So there's obviously bees knocking around somewhere. I think we've got
So our dog is covered in bees.
There's a colony of bumblebees over here, in fact.
Can we make honey?
It is something that apparently you can make. I've never seen it done, but it is something that you can do, apparently. Let's tell them to chop these trees down over here. I feel safe in doing that, and if it's not safe, then something exciting will happen, so, whatever. Let's just make with the tree chopping. We always need more wood.
Make with the chopping.
The other thing is that we will eventually run out of bones if we keep on making stuff out of them.
Yeah.
I suppose we do have hunters going out and killing things now and murdering turtles and stuff, so we will have some bones from that, and there's fish around. No, actually, there are actually fish over here. What are these fish? That's some raw perch. So they've been fishing in the brook and pulled some perch out. So I suppose we'll be able to make stuff out of perch bones. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so...
So, perch bones, eh? Perch bones.
Vampires. It's just utterly thrilling. I think that's probably another dead turtle being brought in. So there'll be some turtle shells probably hanging around somewhere. Are they... What are they doing down here? Are these... Oh, there's a lot of collect sand orders going on, I suppose it's fine. Right, I'm going to use this instead to tell them to make some crystal glass statues, because I've never made any crystal glass stuff before. So
never ever.
Never ever. So let's make, let's say 5 crystal glass statues, I don't know. And so at some point they'll make some crystal glass statues. That will be very exciting.
Ooh.
Yeah, woo, as you so rightly say. It's so quiet, man.
Quiet.
It's too quiet. I suppose we could do some more of this thing, which was going to be like the goblin grinder, which was going to have lots and lots of deadly traps in. So, and I was building bridges here, so I was put another bridge in that raises in the appropriate direction. Like that, and make it out of dacite. Because the bridges are there to act as walls, so you get easy access to this area for cleaning it up. But when you want to actually allow goblins in, then you pull the levers and the bridges are all closed. And then they have to go round and round and round the big zigzag, which will be filled with...
Of death.
Which will be filled with serrated glass discs and such, spinning and chopping, and slicing.
Charming.
Yes, exactly. I can probably remove this zone now. I'm not sure this is a great success, this thing that I'm trying to do here, to be honest with you. It seems like it's a lot more trouble than it's worth to get a few extra squares to have trees on, especially now that we can occasionally come out of here and chop trees down and haul them away, which is what's happening at quite remarkable speed over here by the look of it. I can't see any of the designated trees at all.
Masterpieces all over the place.
I think they've chopped them all down already. Brilliant. Alright. We've got a new wood stockpile down here, which is why the one upstairs is empty, because it feeds this one, because this is closer to where all the stuff is that uses up the wood. But yeah, more dead turtles being brought in.
There's a bit of a turtle
seems to
slaughter
be a bit
going
of a
on.
turtle fest. I mean, let's have a look. What others are there? There's an owl. We've caged another couple of...
Another forgotten beast.
We've caged a kestrel and another peregrine falcon. I guess well done us. And another forgotten beast, which is down in the caves.
Can things actually break out of cages?
I think maybe they can eventually, but it depends on how strong they are, and so I don't think the kestrel will. But that's, as I think we've kind of said before, that's why I have all of these extra cage traps here as well.
Backup cages.
So that if they do happen to break out, then we'll just lock them right back up again.
And get them thrown downstairs quickly.
Right, so collect sand's been completed, which means that down here they should be told to make... Oh, no, I had 2 sets of collect sand orders on. Eventually they'll be told to make a statue. Got any doors yet? Yes. So, step 1 is you put a door here. Actually, it's winter now, or almost, because everything's starting to freeze. We are due a caravan. What's going on there? Let's just chop down some more trees while we're waiting. Still not too far away from the fortress, just in case. But immediately 3 of them start flashing because we have 3 woodcutters now, apparently. So, yeah, once you get a decent number of dwarves actually on each type of job, and stuff just goes really quickly. we are out of unrotten bone body parts for making bone bolts with. Then what is all this stuff here? Is this not bone? Oh, it's skulls! It's all skulls! Wow!
We have lots of skulls.
Well, we've got some hooves there as well, but it's all skulls and hooves. I think you do something else with skulls. I think you make totems out of skulls. Let me see if... Oh, look, yeah, make totem. It's right there, T. So I suppose I should just tell them to make totems until there aren't any skulls left. Wow. I forgot about that. We've just got hundreds and hundreds of skulls. Oh look, there's all the turtles. Sitting in this stockpile here. Rotten raw pond turtle. Mmm.
Tasty, tasty.
Delightful. They're all rotting away. Oh, we've got loads of woodcuts. There's 4 trees being chopped down at a time. More turtles being dragged in. How many turtles are there? Look at all these turtles lying around this pond as well. We're just slaughtering them. Brilliant. Right. I think we should probably end it now. It hasn't been terribly exciting. But
it hasn't been totally exciting.
Not. See what you did there.
Yeah.
There's been. Yeah. But sometimes it's nice to have a bit of peace and quiet, isn't it? You know, over New Year.
Yeah.
Relax, put your feet up, check your drink supplies, which seem to be fine. And so next time, maybe, we will get some traders. I don't actually know. They should be, they are due. And we can maybe sell them some stuff made out of skulls. That'll be new.
Yeah. Would you like some skulls?
We've made this out of a skull. I've got an emu skull, and I stuck a goat skull on top of it, and then I kind of stuck gems in the eye sockets. What do you think?
I'm calling it a masterpiece.
Yes. Creating masterpieces non-stop.
Non-stop scully masterpieces.
Scully masterpieces. Brilliant. Okay, let's leave it there, and look forward to the traders coming next time around.
Yeah.
So, once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Toodaloo.
Bye.